Bitcoin is sitting near $63,000. And for many investors, that number feels like a reason to wait. But here's the question most people are asking the wrong way. Instead of asking, where will Bitcoin's price go next? Ask this. What would owning one full Bitcoin change about the way I think about money? In 2026, one Bitcoin isn't simply a speculative asset. It's a fixed piece of a network with a maximum supply of 21 million coins. No central bank can create more Bitcoin, and no investor can manufacture another 21 million. That scarcity changes the game. When you own one Bitcoin, you stop thinking only in dollars. You start thinking in Bitcoin. You begin comparing your savings to a fixed monetary supply instead of an expanding one. And suddenly, short-term volatility looks different. A 5% move doesn't feel like a financial emergency. It's simply another day in a volatile market. The bigger change is psychological. You become more patient. You think in cycles instead of candles, years instead of weeks, and ownership instead of speculation. But let's be clear. Owning one Bitcoin does not guarantee wealth. Bitcoin can fall 30%, 40%, or more, and nobody knows what the price will be tomorrow. That's exactly why conviction matters. The strongest Bitcoin investors aren't the people who predict every move. They're the people who understand what they own and build a system around it. At $63,000, the conversation isn't simply about price. It's about perspective. If Bitcoin eventually becomes a much larger part of the global financial system, owning one whole coin could represent something very different than it does today. Maybe the biggest advantage isn't the Bitcoin itself. Maybe it's what owning it forces you to learn about money, scarcity, time, and patience. So ask yourself one question. If you owned one Bitcoin today, would you still think about money the same way? Let me know in the comments. And remember, calm money wins.